Okay, with this, let me check if we can actually access them, because sometimes it's a problem. Oh yes, we can. We definitely can. Let's put some lights on so we can land so we're close. I want to do it in a way where my light's shining on the light on them so I can see them better on the outside. That should be good.
Engines inactive.
Okay, hold Y. We're gonna go out. I can't believe how lucky we are. I mean, I didn't expect this. So you can practice. I'll do the first rock so you can see what it should look like, and then I'll let you do the rest, and you'll exactly know how mining's going on. So one floor lower, you can operate the screen. Just go to the lower floor, not out of the ship, because we're gonna grab the vehicle from the lower floor. In most ships, when you want to open the cargo, all you have to do is again press F, look down, and you're probably gonna see the floor. If you can see the floor, that means you can open the floor and we'll go down. Sometimes I do try to aim at the screens on the side, it may actually highlight it then, but you should be able to open the cargo from here. Hey, it also depends on the updates, because updates are quite often, so chances are something's gonna change, you know, to make it a bit more realistic, but usually you just have to look at the floor and it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna grab the vehicle now. Once again, just hold the F and then you can have the options. I'll go in.
Systems activating.
Now they are very quick, so you need to be careful with how quick you go. So with those, the first thing is to scan them, scan the rocks to see what it is. The way you do it, you just have to deploy the arm for mining first, and that will be always number M, or the keyboard M.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
Then all you have to do with that, you're gonna aim the arm onto the rock and it will scan it, and then it will tell you what it is. So we don't have the best one. This is like a cheap mineral, but it's still good money. You know, it's not great, but it's better than nothing. And then to activate the arm, you have to press the shooting button, and then you can use the mouse wheel to kind of adjust how strong is the laser. Sometimes this is kind of clunky.
Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on.
Yeah, it doesn't work always the way you look, but it seems like it's working now. I can't see properly where is the optimal range, so it takes me a while. One more try. Okay, we got a couple crystals, good. So this is how we kind of do it. This one is actually quite difficult because I can't really see where's the optimal range. And if you go over the range, it will explode the rock without giving you the crystals. So yeah, well, you'll try, you'll see exactly what I mean, because it's hard to tell you if you don't see what I see.
Mining mode on.
So you wanna hold the F and then enter the seed. How you doing? All good. So first thing I'm gonna do is actually click right click on your mouse into extraction mode, and then when you're shooting, you're actually gonna collect the crystals. So you should see some diamonds in the floor, and I will collect them. Yeah, I didn't do that part yet. Yeah, there we go. So it's again mini game. You'll find out if you go too hard on it, it will just fly around the place, and then you have to go and grab them again. But if you kind of start at the corners and then just work your way up slowly, you should pick them up all. Right, so we know that part, and this is the easy part, so I wanted you to try that first. But now we want to extract, we want to crack the rock. You want to click back again, right click, to switch it into mining mode. And then aim at the next rock that's in front of you. And it should do the scan, it should tell you that it is Aphrodite, and then you're gonna see where is the optimal range, how much power you need to mine it. So the first thing how to do that actually will be click the normal shooting button again. And now using your wheel mouse, you can adjust the strength how much. So if you're going forward with the wheel mouse, it will give you more power and it will extract faster. There you go, and then you should see on the right side where it says optimal, you should kind of try to aim to get the power into the optimal range. But then when you're in there, obviously you have to reduce the power, otherwise it's gonna explode the rock. So slowly more until you get into the optimal range, and then you probably have to take some power off just to keep it there. And then once you do that, the rock will explode in the optimal range, it will give you the crystals again. So the better you do it, if it's not overheated, then the more crystals you will get. If it's like overheated, it can still explode, gives you some crystals, but not as many. Sometimes it doesn't give you anything if it's like too much. So the biggest difficulty I had when I was now doing this, because of the colors in front of me, I can't even see properly where is the optimal range. It's not always like that, sometimes it's much more clear. But on this occasion I had a problem myself, otherwise it takes me a couple of seconds and I can crack the rock easily. Now if you ever overheat it too much and you cannot do it fast enough to cool down, all you have to do is to click the shooting button again, it will just stop the laser, it will cool down the rock very quickly. I hope it all made sense. So hopefully you can see on the left side like the energy, how strong is your laser, and on the right side it should raise how heated the rock is. And if you hold it into the optimal range, which is kind of small really window for these ones, it will eventually crack the rock if you always keep it in the optimal range. How is it going? I mean, it took me a while as well, because it's quite difficult, these ones actually. It was about to go, and then I think it's quite hard to keep it in the optimal range. Then it cooled down again. But rather have it cool than exploded on you. I'm going to go and switch off the lights on the ship because I think actually it's too bright now. We can't see properly because of that. Give me a second. There we go. I did switch off the lights, but it doesn't look like with much difference. It's very bright in here. Hopefully you can see the hut slightly better. But good job on cracking the rock, yeah? Collect everything. And then we get a couple more rocks to do. Happy with it? Should kind of know how to do it now. The only thing to remember is pressing the M button to deploy the arm, otherwise you'll be like, oh, why can't I use my arm? You have to deploy it first by clicking the M keyboard button. Okay, I can quickly mine, if I can do that quickly though, all the rest, so we can have some money. We can obviously split it at the end, and then we're gonna teach you some flying. But this one is the hardest one to fly, so you're gonna have to be very careful. And once you master this one, I'm sure fighters will be easy.
Locking mode on. Fracturing mode on.
Yeah, I can definitely see the hut better now that I turn off the lights, but it's very difficult in this one.
Warning. Power critical.
Okay, last one.
Extraction mode on.
And now to scoop up everything. I mean, if this was Hadanite, which is the most well, luxurious crystal, and not Aphrodite, which is this is like the cheapest one, will be loaded. We will have all the money, but this one is decent money. Typically this is the hardest part to collect it all, because yeah, it's kind of clunky still, and you'll struggle to pick up everything, so it takes time to find the right system. Yeah, I kind of know how to do it now, but as I said, the best thing is to do it slowly, basically from the corners. Don't try to go for the mass center and then just kind of swoop around, but nice and slowly from the corners, and that way you're gonna get most of them instead of flying into the skies, because they sometimes just fly around. It seems that they fixed this one as well. It's going much easier. Looks like the area is working instead of exactly the point you're aiming at. So if I hold it on the area, it's still picking up all the crystals from around, which is good. So not many left. I'm just gonna pick up the 1 or 2 odds because there's not much money left, but they're too much spread out now. We're gonna go soon. So this is what I was talking about before. If you don't do a good job, it will kind of spread it all around, and you'll have odd pieces here and there. But it did a pretty good job now, so it's not too bad. A couple odd. Okay, I can see only 4, I'm gonna leave them. Let's go back to ship. So I can load up the cargo, and then when I'm on, you can pull us up. Because of the turrets, actually, I need to go from the other side. Okay, that should be good, you can pull us up. So no worries, this is when the box happens, especially doing cargo, but I'm fine. I'm gonna come in with the small elevator, that's fine. As long as we have the vehicle inside, that's all good. Sometimes it stays out. Okay, we're going all the way to the top deck.
Core system deactivated.
Good, so I switched it off the way you're gonna find the ship when you arrive it, yes? So now when you sit on the main pilot seat, you will have it exactly the same way I will have it if I just got the ship. So the first thing you always want to do is to power on your ship. Doing that you'll do by pressing U keyboard on your keyboard, and this will turn on everything. You don't have to like basically do anything else after of that. Now you're probably going to be using different keyboards, like I is your engines alone. So that's kind of used to, you'll have to do it when you land, basically to switch off the engines obviously, so the ship doesn't move around or you don't spend fuel, but otherwise you're probably not going to use anything else. O are your shields. You may need to do sometimes turn them off if your system's overheating, and P will be your guns. That's maybe even want to be stealthy, turn off the guns powers by clicking the P. But otherwise, if you lost, always click just U, it will switch off everything, and then again U, it will turn on everything. Now since we are ready now, basically you are ready to fly off. Doing that, hold spacebar. And now we're increasing our elevation, yeah, keep going, create a bit more space. Good, now if you press F4 it should be from the outside view. And then if you press N you will see the gears, it's gonna come up, that's on every ship. When we have that, press F4 again if you want to come back to your pilot seat and see it from the normal perspective, and you can take us up into the skies, basically, doesn't matter, just aim the ship into the skies and click C, which is cruise control. And that will basically turn on the engines and you're gonna go at constant speed. Now you can increase the constant speed the same way you did the laser in the mining. So with your wheels mole, or the mouse wheel, you can increase by going forward how much power you want to put in there, and then going down, essentially taking away the speed, so you can you know, set up how much you can cruise. Yeah, guns are normal left button, and then you also have turbos, so your turbo will be holding shift. you will see when you're holding shift that on the left side you're using the boosters. When they empty it, you need to recharge, so you may need to adjust how much power we want to put into the engines. So try to put us on maximum power, some decent elevation, and put on the boosters. Good, just like that. So the next thing you're gonna be working on is every single time you're gonna leave, you need to leave atmosphere on the planet before you can actually jump somewhere else. Now how are you gonna know if you can jump or not? If you press B, it will give you jump points. If they are still red, you can't jump to them, and most likely it's because you're still in atmosphere. Sometimes it's because something else is in your way, like an object. So never jump on the red spot, because it will let you to do that, but you're obviously gonna crash. So always only aim at the blue spots, and if you aim at any blue spots, you'll see the engines are spooling and they're waiting for you to get it ready, so you can actually jump to the point. When you have 100 on the configuration, you can press B again and hold, and you will actually jump to that point. So you can choose any location you really want, it doesn't really matter where. As long as we're not gonna fly through the planet. So we're always gonna try to find point which is blue. By Q and E keys you can actually adjust the tilt of the ship if you want to like level us horizontally. You can do that like that, yeah. And if you're gonna need to go down, when you press Control, you can go actually down. Let's say when you land it. Just so you know that part as well. Okay, and now's the time to use the mobility glass. So if you press F2, we should be able to see the scar system. And we're gonna fly to Hurston. If you can select Hurston. Once you select Hurston, again you're gonna have to spool the engines, and then we're gonna jump to Hurston. Sometimes it will give you like 2 points of jump. If you need to go around the planet, it will give you need to jump to this point first and then to the next one, but you're always gonna see the next jumping point on your map regardless when you select the place you want to go to. Sometimes it can be more than 2 jumps as well. Fantastic job, perfect. So after that, when we go to Hurston, well, I need some water actually. I have water with me though, so I don't need to go buy anything. We can go and mine different place. So if you can then select, let me find one planet.
Quantum drive.
We can go on Eta. If you can now from here F2 again and find the moon Eta, we're gonna go to Eta to do some more mining. You don't want to fly? Ah, it was my pleasure. No worries at all. Hopefully you got the basics now. You should be able to fly. You should be able to mine. Combat is not as hard as it may look, but you have to choose your targets who you're gonna go after. But at the start you will not have missions available to you, which will be too difficult anyway, so it should be all fine. Yeah, my pleasure. All the best to you, mate. Bye bye.